He did go live.
Oh no, man! You know what? Make your joke, please. Tell the world.
Can you say it again? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, all
Please
eight
say it a
people.
little louder.
All right, yeah, no problem.
We're not
What's
streaming.
the first thing you do after you? Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna finish that joke.
No, I said we're not streaming.
No, honestly, this joke's a little too bad for even me to say. I kind of
Oh,
want to
God.
go down this path.
PM it to me. I'll read
I'll,
it out
I'll
loud.
do it. Give me the joke.
You know what? Balls to the walls. What's the first thing you do after you rape a deaf girl?
What the fuck? Fuck! God
Help me.
damn!
Help me!
No!
Cut off her finger so she can't tell anyone.
God damn it!
That's just a Halloween film joke.
We here at the World of Suncia do not endorse this kind of sense of humor.
I told
and
you
we
I
will be
didn't want to do
banning
it, and to
Cook from
defend you
further
guys from
D&D
saying-
campaigns going forward. All his characters will be redacted.
We have to cancel today. I can't do this anymore.
We are now dropping to a two-person Try-Guy team.
All right,
I
Grumpy,
warned you guys. I warned you.
Grumpy, we can do this.
You guys got this. I believe in you.
Give me a second. God damn it. One sec. Alright. Okay, sorry, someone keeps PMing me, and so I was trying to respond before I jumped off. I'm not at work, thank God. It's the weekend, we're here, it's D&D. The boys have made it. We are missing one Cameron, unfortunately. The party wasn't too upset, however, they didn't seem concerned. I just read that Chaston wrote it in the chat. God damn it,
Yeah, he did.
Chaston.
I told you I did to remember the joke.
Yeah, he came with that
I
on the
wasn't
spot.
paying attention. So we are down one Cameron, unfortunately, for today. So it's a 3-man team for a 4-man fight. So it's gonna go real well.
Yeah, it is.
Totally.
I'm so
Believe
happy you guys are believing in yourselves. So
Yep.
I'm not.
I believe in Grumpy's foresight.
Yeah, it'll tell us everything. Don't worry.
is your full reliance on Grumpy's
Oh,
foresight?
wait, don't rely on me, please.
I
believe if we all die, it's your fault.
I believe
Ah,
in
shit.
As the youngest party member, you have been gifted with being the
Look,
leader.
I gotta put it out. If I die as the healer, it's technically these two's fault.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I love getting random messages of really old men messaging me saying you're gorgeous on dating apps out of nowhere. Really, you ever want to have a better sense of self-worth? Get on a dating app, put yourself as a top, and just start like joining up in different groups on the dating app if they have that, or just start swiping. I guarantee you're going to get at least 95 old men messaging you. You're gorgeous, you're pretty, you're beautiful. It's a great
This
booster.
doesn't sound fun.
Well, I mean, some people. I'm not a bear. I hate bears. He says playing a bear.
Is that you, Johnny?
But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, last time we left off, the party failed.
Yeah.
Really, no better way to explain
I'm alive.
the absolute dominance the boss monster had on that party, eliminating Vaughn in the first round of combat, KOing the entire party by the second round of combat.
I hit it though.
You did, John Paul Henry got a fucking hit. That's what matters.
And I got shit initiative and didn't do anything.
Don't worry, you're getting the full Magic Caster experience. You just need to
Yay.
learn to boost your initiative.
Ah, yes.
So, yeah, last time the party managed to barely survive, thankfully to a random encounter on the fact that Sieko happens to speak cat. If that hadn't been the case, we would have seen...
Sieko.
Jacko's here.
Oh, Chaston doesn't have his character listed.
Let me rechange my name back to
This is
Cats.
Chaston's fault.
Yeah. Listen, I read based on the Discord when I'm set
There,
up.
gotcha.
Thank you. So yeah, after managing to catch a cat's attention, he managed to do pretty well on convincing it to join the party after awaking it and avoiding Johnny becoming getting swapped with that cat. Thankfully, due to saving the Lady of Oventium and freeforming her from her cat form, the party gained basically 1-up, a save. Oh, hey, look, it's Cook dancing with his twink.
It's me dancing with Mike.
I man, if you want to claim trend, like no one's gonna blame you. We all had bets
I'm not
on it.
gonna argue. I mean,
Yeah, we all had bets. We were wondering.
Oh no, not this again! No, stop it!
Listen, you embraced the meme. That is on you. If you're gonna embrace it, you better be prepared to go fully with it.
I don't embrace anything but death.
One sec.
Very wise of Johnny.
Yes, I mean I might embrace Boris when we go to like take a nap.
Wait, what? You're embracing him
warm.
how?
He's warm.
I knew he was into bestiality.
Yeah,
Man, I
that's what I thought
just
too.
knew he was into bigger bears. We
I
all
thought
knew
that was
that.
a running joke, anyways.
Cook was the bottom. We all had our bets. It's finally come to fruition.
I mean, it's literally he's a large cave bear. I don't think there's much that I could do.
I think you're technically
He's
bigger
blue
than
as
he is.
well.
I'm
Is that-
technically stronger too.
Yeah, which is even more concerning. Cook, the true definition of a power bottom. All right, but after the party managed to barely survive, thanks to Lady Oventium's helping hand, Cats, Johnny, Paul Henry, Boris, Vidoral, and Winks, Winks after many deaths,
Yes.
decided to head further down the dungeon while Vaughn stayed above doing his thing as he refused to go further while he was awaiting some issues. So, we come back to the party having entered the second floor. They have the map, they have the little journal that they found. They know they've got to find this boss somewhere in the cave. They also know, in the dungeon floor. They also know for a fact that wherever this boss is will be where the next stairway is. So, you come back.
I'm gonna be honest. The party has a far more important task that we've decided on. We gotta find that hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Are you that concerned?
He will
Well, we
join.
see.
Okay. Alright. So we come back to you having descended the stairs, Vaughn kind of waving goodbye, Lady Oventium staying up above. The door slams shut, and you can no longer leave the second floor.
Okay.
The sounds of bats flying throughout, the sounds of small creatures skittering about, water dropping in the distance. What would you lot like to do?
I would like to start with casting Foresight.
Signature spell.
Signature Foresight.
All right. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check to see what you get out of this.
Okay. That is a 27.
What the fuck?
That was a natural 19.
That's it. First high roll on this thing for Future Sight.
I know I had a couple of better ones as well on the first rolls.
Okay. You see yourself for a moment. You see the boss that is described in the book, and you notice. You see you and John Paul Henry fighting this creature, this Dern up front, and being in its face, with cats in the back casting support spells. And just as you're looking around, seeing yourself in the back, you see a strange, what looks to be. Let me get the descriptor of this. Strange, like almost chestnut, ball in the corner that seems to every once in a while move, and it seems to keep focusing your attention. And then for a moment, the vision kind of jumps over as you turn, and you see a group of 2 archers, and one with a crossbow, one with a longbow, and give me a minute to load it. As well as 2 what looks to be sword fighters in the front, also assisting you lot. One holding a shield, or 2 holding shields, and the last one looks to be holding a greatsword.
Where at?
All in this boss room, it looks like.
Okay.
They seem to be assisting you and fighting alongside you.
Okay. I will relay that to the party.
Okay.
Whack.
That's all Johnny Paul Henry says.
Whack.
All right, well, are we
Keep that in
following
mind.
the original plan we agreed on of which pathway we're going?
Yes. What do we see down that bottom hallway?
The bottom hallway is just a long hallway. It doesn't seem to have anything in it. Just stones kind of sticking out of the wall slightly, some plant life. Nothing that catches your attention.
All right, Winks. Go on, my friend.
You resummon Winks.
Yeah, I do that before a long rest.
I just imagine Winks literally has like a Vietnam helmet that just says "Born to Die" on it.
As you resummon Winks, you notice he's looking a little rougher. He's got some scar marks on his body. His wings are a little more torn up. His eyes, he's got this like very wide eye appearance where it looks like he's always in shock. He also slightly shakes with tremors on your shoulder as he sits there.
It'll be okay, buddy.
No, don't promise him anything. He'll just die again.
Okay.
Look, after this excursion, after this concludes, we'll have a nice break.
Winks just continues to stare down the hallway, not even blinking.
I
Yo,
don't believe.
Can I just like walk it and use my high perception to look for traps? If I have a really high perception, I can just do it.
Winks just puts his hand up, or his wing up, and just starts walking slowly down the hall.
I know what I must do. I've accepted my fate.
Wings, don't die. I'm willing to do
Leans
this.
his foot out, taps every single stone, kind of puts light measure on it, continues to walk. As he goes down, he gets to the very end and kind of stops and looks and smiles and waves, and then you see a crossbow bolt go right through him with an 18 to hit.
That hits him.
That is
charging!
22 points of damage.
Yeah, he did.
You just watch it. Lynx turns to smile and wave, and a crossbow bolt goes straight through his head, and he collapses over and disappears.
If you did 13 damage or less, he could have lived.
But Cats, you said you're charging?
I'm going.
No.
Yes! Rage!
Attack!
As you charge forward, give me a second to have everyone roll initiative.
These motherfuckers! How dare they?
Poor Wiggs. He thought he lived for a second. I feel so bad.
I know. I felt like that was gonna happen. I could see it coming from a mile away.
I was waiting. I really was.
I rolled good
Oh,
initiative,
he's
guys.
gonna-
Guys, I
he's
rolled
gonna
good initiative. I did it.
I rolled a 18.
You're good. I see it's loaded in. All right. Well, as Cats starts raging and charging down the hallway, getting about halfway, around the corner comes this large Goliath in full plate and a massive greatsword on his side hip that seems to just kind of be hilted just like what a normal person would for a smaller blade. As he kind of looks around, he waves and goes, "Oh, my apologies. We thought it was one of the smaller monsters trying to set off a big spell."
That was our mascot.
He looks where it was and then looks back, sees the
that was
bolt.
our trap detector.
Oh, hey, look who it is! Welcome, Caleb, into the chat. But yeah, as he kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, you can imagine these dungeons can fool you."
No, yeah, I understand.
That little guy has died every time we run into any monster. We have to keep resummoning him. It's really sad.
It takes an hour.
He looks and he goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry," as he kind of bows his head, and like his other party mates come up behind him. And you see there's a dwarf ranger with a crossbow you see an elven longbow archer. The two sword and board look to be dragonborns, and from what you can tell, seem to be kind of looking like almost as if they're twins.
Okay.
These look like the ones I saw, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna ask
Okay.
them a question. So, how did you guys get past the floor boss?
Give me one sec.
Also, do they have a healer?
Nope.
I don't think. Oh no.
Oh, well, I guess they do now, as long as they work with us. Oh
Which,
God, I've made a
from my
lot of
foresight,
people-
seems like we might work with them. Hopefully.
He looks at you and goes, floor boss on the first floor. You all fought it?
Well,
I mean, it's dead.
it's dead. Yeah.
The guy
It is
kind
now.
of. You see the rest of the party kind of looks a little bit like concerned, and he goes, we couldn't even get past the second floor boss. He kind of like rubs the back of his neck and looks over as he looks over.
Why do you not have anyone for injuries? No cleric. No.
We came in with 100 superior potions. We didn't expect to lose them on the ghost dragon.
You lost them all?
Okay, so I'm Cats. I'm a druid. I do healing.
He looks at you and goes, wait, people
Nice to meet you."
voluntarily heal? He walks up and just like picks Katz's hand up and starts shaking him in the air.
Yeah, I specialize in resurrection, especially.
Oh, thank God. Our dwarven ranger just got killed. We just used our last true resurrection potion. And he looks over at Boris and looks at Johnny and Vidoral and goes, and you all are?
I'm Johnny Paul Henry, and this is my master, Boris.
Good man.
What?
All with a bear. I respect it. He's strong like bear as he pats his chest.
Drug like bear.
Boris is a man who was cursed. Before you misunderstand.
No, I understand. It's very common. We bear warriors, the strong warriors, many of us get cursed by those weak magic users because they can't contain our strength. And you can see the two archers in the back rolling their eyes.
And I am Vidoral. That was my familiar that you have unfortunately shot.
I hope he.
I was gonna give him a Scooby snack.
I've
but-
got fans apparently in the background. Welcome for those viewers that are joining us. Thank you so much. He looks at you and goes, now, in fairness, I did not kill your pet dragon.
Yeah, pseudo dragon. Yes.
Pseudo-
Your rangers did.
He just kind of like shovels up a little bit behind the Goliath to hide a little bit more. Yeah, that was our
Just
dwarf. Listen,
I hold no grudge.
I imagine you guys were on the first floor. You understand the thing about mimics and small monsters. There's any of those creatures on these floors are typically more dangerous than any big monster.
Yeah, we found the mimics. Delayed fireball, not fun.
At least yours was delayed. I went to go pick a lock, and immediately a fireball shot out of it right into my face.
Oh, trust me, one of us opened a chest and shot acid arrows everywhere.
Yeah. Another chest caused an earthquake. I don't know if did you guys feel that?
No, we've been down here fighting off zombies and other undead.
Yes, I mean, if you're not planning on leaving, we're planning on exploring the floor before we try to push the boss. I mean,
Yes. How much have you guys explored?
He looks back at his party, and they all kind of nod to each other, and he goes, well, just down this hallway into the dining hall back here, as he points back to the hallway they came down.
Oh yeah.
also, who's carrying the journal, by the way?
I assume you are, Jess.
I think Katz was.
That's okay. So, we might have a better chance. I dig through it, I pull out the journal, I flip to the page about the floor boss. We actually got this on the first floor, and I'll show it to the guy, talking all about the second floor.
He starts reading through it, and he goes, death slots, Dern, makes sense. He goes, yeah, okay. It's not too bad. A couple of undead and mostly dangerous apparitions. So, it makes sense. He nods, and goes, so what do you lot planning to do about the sloths? Because I imagine out of the lot, other than the lich, those are the most dangerous creatures.
Well, I mean, if the sloths infect anybody, I can handle it.
What does a sloth look like?
This is what a death sloth looks like. Oh, I posted the wrong.
Large, like pure black, toad-like creatures.
Yeah, one sec. Let me post to the right chat.
Yeah, the big thing about
Monsters Monday.
sloth, which I would probably be common knowledge if it's in the book. They can infect people, and the different colored sloths do different things when they cut somebody.
Yes.
Okay.
Like eggs in you. I don't remember what death slots do exactly.
Death slots are basically, their big thing is they are suffused with negative energy, basically, and are corruption of chaos. Their whole thing is they are sadistic, they enjoy fucking with people, and turning humanoids into incubators by laying their eggs inside them.
Yeah, and they're like the
Sounds like
highest.
a pretty corn thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, fair.
But yeah, no, so as he looks up and down and goes, makes sense. He nods and goes, we haven't seen any of the liches. We've seen some undead here and there, but nothing of note, nothing dangerous that we couldn't handle. Well, minus a ranger deciding to accidentally shoot the only thing that was reflective of magical bolts in the room and managed to put one of his eyes out and kill himself.
Oh, where's his body? I can.
He turns and you see the ranger that's kind of hiding behind him. He goes, "That's the man we put the resurrection potion on."
Is he all good? Is the injury still okay?
The guy looks up. The dwarf kind of nods, and you notice the dwarf does not have a tongue.
Well, out of character, Wings could have talked to it. Well, I could have talked to him with Wings, but he's dead now.
That's fair. That's fair.
I could be that guy and regrow the tongue.
I have a feeling that that dwarf is a slave.
No, I know. No, I picked that up. Don't worry. I do have to generate.
Well,
So what are all your names? Before we continue,
yeah.
we should get to know each other.
Pull up something. Okay.
Also, just for the sake of having it at the bottom, I'm just gonna. There we go.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That's that's fair.
I'm gonna pin it real quick.
So the Goliath introduces himself and says, "My name is Ores." He points to the elf and says, "That's Sandra." The dwarf's name is Coral. And the two dragonborn twins are Horung and Korust.
Nice to meet you all.
He nods and goes, "I'm our party's leader / punching tank. Not as in I punch, as in I get punched a lot."
Yeah,
Yeah.
can relate.
Johnny Paul understands that one.
Me and Boris, we do that role too.
He kind of walks over up to Johnny and kind of puts his hand around his shoulder and brings him in. The guy's taller than Johnny by a good couple of inches. And he goes, the days of being bear warriors.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
But yeah, our first stop was gonna be the dining room.
Where you just came from, yeah.
Yeah, we were gonna head down and then go up from there, clear everything down below.
He looks and he goes, oh, okay. I mean, I recommend going after the boss right away. There isn't much for items down in this area. The Dern has confiscated most of his underlings' items. His words were, "Stop giving items to the adventurers that come through."
You talked to the Dern?
Well, before he kicked our ass out, yes.
The plan was exactly for items, but any other adventurer I find dead down here, I mean, every body helps.
There's nothing left anymore. There was a hobgoblin, but the Dern fed him to his pet.
God damn it,
You said you've only gone as far as the dining room, though, right?
Well, we have a ranger can cast foresight. He's got a ring for it.
I kind of look between the ranger and Vidoral.
Wow, well, that's what I do as well.
I mean, we'd still like to check out what appears to be some kind of barracks room down below the dining room.
He goes, I mean, that's on you as far as it goes.
Are you going to go with us, or are you going on your own and clear another room?
Give me a second. Okay. He goes, we can follow along. I don't see any reason to split up. Also, we don't have a healer, and I'd really rather not watch my companions die. We, to be honest, we want to go up to the first floor, but from what our understanding is, you can't tell you've killed the boss on the second.
How long have you been down here then?
What day is it?
Do we know the day?
And we haven't been here too long. What
You have
week
no
was
idea.
it? Like,
Oh, beforehand?
yeah, before we came in, 'cause we've only been here for a few days.
It would have been. Let me pull it up, actually.
We haven't been here that long.
I have that note. You have been up here for about a single week at this point.
Yeah, but what, he was asking what day, what day was it when we came in, like, what month? Because I know you
Oh.
have a calendar.
So yes, you would have come down on the 37, the year 37 BS. The month is the Chaos, and the day is the 35th.
I mean, I'll tell him the full date of when we came in, and I'll be like, it's been, like, I don't know, 5 days a week, something like that.
He looks and he
Since
goes,
then.
well, it's been 2 months, I guess. He looks about.
Okay.
That is a shame you've been down here that long.
Listen, you don't know
Well,
the half of it. We used to have 20 of us.
You'll be able to leave eventually. We were fully planning on trying to kill the floor boss, at least.
He nods and goes, well, if you'll have us, I mean, we bear warriors. And he pats Johnny on the shoulder again.
He's trying for any connection.
Yeah. Now, we unfortunately did not bring our own potions. How many do you have left?
He said, didn't he say?
I don't think he has
You
any
used them
left.
all?
Yeah, he used his last one recently.
Ah, it's a shame.
No, don't worry. I don't know if I can keep up with this many, but I'll do my best.
He nods.
All right. I've been a hunter for traps so far. I'll lead the way. Ugh.
He kind of follows behind. John Paul Henry, I PM'd you something.
Yep, I saw it. It's happening. Ah, shit. All right.
What?
As you're heading down the hallway to the room with the tables in it.
Yes.
Yeah, that bottom area.
Now, do we want to use that little tunnel, or we want to go down the proper way?
We'll see when we get to the room.
Okay.
We'll see if there's anything to do in there.
How much you want to? You know what? How much do you want to bet that these guys are the Death Sluds?
I don't think that's how death slugs work.
I will say, my foresight said they were helping us fight.
They were helping us fight the boss. So at the very least, they really do want the boss dead.
Oh, well, I will check. Can I insight to see if these guys seem like they're trying to dupe us in any way?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a roll.
From my experience, I don't think death...
As what DM just said, they do like fucking with people.
The 19.
Okay, let me. He seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
So far, like in general, the guy seems a little chummy with Johnny. You kind of pick up that maybe he either sees something in Johnny or there's some other interest there.
Well, he did call them Bear Brothers or something, so that could be one.
Brother Bear.
Brother Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He goes, oh, all right, we'll follow alongside you lot. So as you head down the hallway, turning down that entrance, you come across a little almirage, which, if you don't know what an almirage is, give me
I
a
don't
moment.
know.
Not at the top of
It's
my...
a little rabbit with a little unicorn head on its head.
Oh, I love those guys.
And
Look
it
at them.
just kind of seems to be scampering about the little cafeteria room.
What kind of monster is he really? Because I don't believe it.
It just
I
seems
will-
to
I
be
will
like
whisper.
nibbling on some roots.
I'll whisper to
Is that
the
like
others.
is that like your ranger's pet or something? Like
You guys know what that is?
Yeah,
Was that
with
here
the-
before?
What's with the Almirage?
The Goliath kind of looks and goes, I don't know, wasn't there when we were hanging out here eating lunch a moment ago? You can see that there's
yeah.
a plate full of food scraps.
What do I know about Almirages? Being a druid that's lived in forests and stuff constantly?
Give me a nature check.
If this is gonna be like a holy grail moment, I swear.
Mm,
That's a 9. No, I rolled 2 7s with advantage.
wow. Unfortunate.
So, Almirage are a species that is very common for magic casters to capture and use as familiars. They're a very trainable, very intelligent species as an animal. They do have a 2 in intelligence. They are very dexterous and are famously just known to be the companion of casters. That's really it.
So
Not dangerous in any way. Their horn isn't very strong. They do have keen senses. Yeah.
you guys said you couldn't find the lich or liches?
Looks and goes,
I
yeah.
think they found you.
He smiles and walks into the room. He goes, yeah, right. A rabbit with a horn is a lich. And he goes
They
walking
are
over to the
they are
rabbit.
wizard familiars.
He kind of leans over and starts petting the rabbit, and it scampers away from him further into the cafeteria.
Being prepared for any sort of.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep. I'll explore the room, but I'm on the lookout for any caster, anything that moves. Really, that's not us.
Okay. All right. As you guys kind of walk into the room, you suddenly see. So the room itself, you see these tables. In the corner are a couple of statues that have what looks to be like cheap gems that are more like glass that have been carved to look like gems. As for eyes. As you kind of look around, you see a little like doorway that's somewhat broken up in one or to the center of the room that goes further down, and then another hallway on the other side, of course. There are vines. The walls look to be in a bit of ruin. Some dirt sticks out here and there. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary, other than the Almirage. It seems to be chewing on some of the roots in the wall.
Now, the spot where it connects to the barracks and below, is
Yes.
that like visible in the wall?
Yes, that's what I was describing as, and you can
That's
see
the
it.
broken doorway.
It's a broken door? Okay.
Yeah.
If we had your familiar still, we could have maybe sent them through that.
Let's not
Man
do
taps, comes over again, taps Johnny on the shoulder, goes, "Bear Warriors!"
that. He's really trying.
Oh
Actually,
yes, Bear Warrior. Oh, what is this guy doing? I'm gonna look at Boris. Feel like you got any clue what this guy's trying to do here?
DM the root.
Yes.
How well do they work through the area?
You can't tell. You can just see there are roots in the walls, and it's kind of poking out of the dirt.
Now my point is, like, do they look like they're? I'm assuming they're poking out, and they have to be from some other plant nearby. I have speak with plants,
Mm-hmm.
That's a plan.
and you can question blights about events in the spell's area within the past day. So I'd get a full day of information about what's been in the room and stuff.
Yeah.
Is it? I'll do it. It's a 3rd level spell. I'm not losing much.
As you walk over to one of the roots and start speaking to it, what do you ask?
Let me read the specifications of the spell. You can question blights. I'll just ask what's passed through in the last day.
You suddenly hear a voice from a distance, and it still sounds close in your head. It's very distant sounding overall. And it goes, inside me? Nothing. I am strong like tree.
Oh, that's good.
It just
Yeah, I
says,
more meant like the room I'm in, but
a beholder, a tiny rabbit with a horn, 2 drows, 5 death slots that turned into adventurers.
Yeah, I figured.
And it goes, and a really angry vampire that kept saying something about death slots that were annoying it.
So, yeah, guys,
Well, Katz is the one that knows us right now.
huh?
What
Do
is
I-
Katz
when
gonna
I
do
said that
today?
these guys are probably the death sluts because they're
Yeah, so I think they really do want to leave. So I'm thinking about how we want to do this.
Oh.
Johnny feels his shoulder tapped again a little harder.
And I mean, my foresight said they were fighting with us.
All right.
I mean, we could probably bring them with us. I mean, they obviously do not like the floor boss.
Do we just drop the illusion now and just ask them straight up if they wanted?
That's what I'm thinking, and I could just do it, but make it clear we're not gonna fight, and just see if they're fine.
Maybe let's get away from them a bit and then confront. As in collect ourselves, but you know.
I was like, hey, John, Droll, come here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Goliath continues to follow Johnny with his arm around his shoulder, just like patting him on the shoulder.
Listen, man, I appreciate that you like me, but
Warriors stick together. I know. Don't worry. I appreciate your assistance.
No, it's fine. If it's just him and not the rest of his party, that's fine.
Well, the rest of his party just kind of seemed to be kind of eyeing the area very warily.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, I got good news, boys.
yeah.
The plant here, which claims to be strong like tree, which I'm proud of him, and the spell does last 10 minutes, so I will hear anything this tree says for the next like 10 minutes.
He seems to be speaking about how trees are weaker than him. Fuck the redwood trees specifically.
Okay, no, my mistake. Stronger than trees. You know, I'm proud of him. He gave me a full list of the creatures that came by in the last day. So in order, we have a beholder. We got what he describes as a vampire, which I'm assuming is the floor boss. 2 drow, and as I stare at the Goliath, I kind of raise an eyebrow a little bit.
The Goliath looks down at you and still smiling while holding on to Johnny.
5 death slots acting like adventurers.
Oh yes, we ran into those lot earlier. They're ahead fighting the Dern already, trying to take over control of the floor.
I'm gonna insight the shit out of that.
No, I was gonna say, like, man, I have no reason to doubt you. But if you are a death slug, we just want to kill the full rest of the game, I'm gonna be honest.
As if I was a death slot, I would have just killed you all and taken your bear. I mean, let's be... Well, I don't know if death slots would take a bear. He looks back at his party and goes, would death slots want a bear? And the party just looks at him.
Insight what he said about that they're not death slots.
Sure.
Okay.
Just check. Just worth
Yes.
it. Sure.
I'm worried because
Wow, okay.
this guy's keeping on touching me, and I'm
It's
worried.
an 11.
Since I'm watching him, can I make that same check?
Sure.
Didn't go well.
That was an 11.
Do better? No, 1 higher.
He seems to be telling the truth. The guy seems to legitimately believe that death slots are fighting the Dern currently.
I would say, worst case, he's lying and he turns us after the boss and we deal with it then, right?
Alright, hey, brother, I appreciate you're close and all, but a warrior needs his space to fight. You can't do it if you're hugging each other.
He looks at you and
That's
goes,
wise.
ah, fair. And he kind of reaches his
All
hand
I'm
away.
curious about is, you think the drow work for the boss, or you think they're just like other adventurers? Like, what do you guys think?
He puts his hands on Katz's shoulders and smacks him and goes, best druid we've ever had.
Please stop touching my party members, please.
No, I'm fine with it. I vibe with it. Alright.
Okay. As he looks at Vidoril and goes,
I will avoid if he tries to touch me.
He looks at Vidoril, nods, and goes, you're not the touchy type. Goliath culture, you can understand. As he turns and says, I guess I'm not as welcomed around the party, all party members. And he goes back to his group and kind of stands there, waiting for you lot.
Does it look like the other two have changed at all from him touching him?
No. I mean, well, to be fair, Johnny looks a little creeped out by the guy kept hugging him. Very aggressively. Otherwise, no.
And Katz doesn't look any different?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, they all, I mean, as far as it goes, well, to be fair, Katz looks a little off because of the fact that he continues to hear the tree mumbling about the fact that trees are weak, his roots are strong.
Well,
I'm fine to go through this other way, this side row.
so we're just gonna trust them for now?
For-
I don't know.
Should we put them in front of us at all times, I presume?
Nah, we'll treat them like friends. They can be wherever they want, front or back. I assume the Goliath will be up front with me and Boris.
Yes.
fellow fighter.
He kind of turns back to you lot and goes, yes, with my 2 dragonborn companions, we will hold the line while you lot do the majority of the damage, probably. As we aren't, I don't think, as strong. But I will hold like a good shield does.
Alright.
Okay.
We going down the hallway or the beaten down door?
The hallway probably is easier, but who knows what's down there. And it might take a while to actually clear out the door unless one of us has mold earth, which...
Oh, you should have just asked. I mean, like, I do.
The Goliath
You wanna
looks
use
at
it
you
then?
and goes, "Oh, you gonna mold Earth straight into the boss's room? Why didn't
No.
we think of that?" As he
No.
looks at his ranger friend, who looks like is just kind of shrugging his shoulders. Well, then, what do you plan to do?
This side pathway, I'm gonna get it as open as possible. And then we'll just head in to this bottom room.
Oh, all the way to the bunkhouses down below.
Yeah.
He nods and goes, "Okay." And he kind of starts to follow you a lot, waiting for you to.
Oh, so you guys had they had a map. Then, huh?
He looks up and goes, "Yes, we had we had a map." As he smiles and starts laughing. Unfortunately, when you've been down here for a while, you run out of camping gear. Our firewood didn't last very long, and eating raw monster meat was not something we were interested in.
How many times have you killed the monsters down here?
For the ones that didn't regenerate, or the ones that have?
The ones that have.
Well, we killed a beholder in here at some point.
You recall how long ago?
I don't know, a few days ago. It didn't taste great, by the way. I don't recommend it. Very gamey meat, very, very unstable. Also, a magical zing that does not taste good.
Anything else?
What, I mean...
Any other monsters besides the beholder?
There were... we tried a lich, well, demi-lich, it was just a flaming skull. We lost heartily to that one. I managed to chip its face. The brothers managed to both, kind of stab at its fire. Did you know demi-lich is fire, not an actual physical thing that you can stab?
No, I did not. But you said you have a name for one of your fallen members that you don't have anymore?
No, he turns and says, that was our dwarven friend here, our ranger who was resurrected.
I see.
However, they did also say, what I'm concerned about is they just revived him, but they also mentioned they had 15 other dead party members that haven't come back. So why'd they save for that one?
Maybe you can ask that to them.
No.
Okay.
Leave it to me.
That's gonna widen the path for us.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna widen it. I'm gonna walk in.
Alex Sheila and goes, "We'll wait. We're gonna sit in here and wait for y'all. I don't want to test whatever's down there. We'll wait for you when you're ready to fight the boss."
In your 2 months, you have not gone to that room down there.
No, we've basically sat here and tried to open those doors. You know how fucking terrifying it is to be hunted by an evil monster.
Alright.
Like, you try being stuck on here fighting Derns and, having them hunting you, trying to kill them. It's, not a pleasant thing. You don't sleep with your eye open. We had a mold earth caster. Was great for camping, as he sits down on the bench. Okay. Do you guys head through, to the south?
Yeah, I would assume so.
I will keep my eye on them, the other party behind us.
Kind of sit down at one of the tables, fully within,
Yeah. We'll also, I'll recommend, we should, mold earth this doorway, so if anything takes us down, it won't come out and, attack you guys as well.
Then nods and goes, "Alright, we'll just sit here." He likes that. He goes, "I have a sending stone if you want to use it. It's linked to me specifically. You can message me back and forth."
That'd be nice.
He nods and goes, and he kind of holds it out, a little stone with a rune drawn on it. And he goes, "Who wants it?"
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take the sendings then.
Alright, he hands it to you and goes, "Alright, you feel free to activate it anytime by just rubbing it and stating out loud sending, and it seems to activate. Little old school magic for you down here in the dungeons. None of that enchantment speak. We speak our enchantments with pride."
Alright.
And he kind of sits back down. Do you mold earth the doorway cats?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you do, you watch as they just kind of wave, and one of them pulls out a little torch, kind of lights it, and puts it on one of the wall hangers that's kind of loose, and they just seem to sit down and relax. The ground piles up and immediately blocks off the doorway, and you lot are now by yourselves.
To be honest, fellas, there's a lot of inconsistency of what they've been saying. I'm a little worried.
I'm the only
Don't
one
trust them at all.
Or,
What was that, Cats?
yeah, so I'm not the only one that doesn't trust them. That's
I
good.
trust them 0.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, they said because when we talked to them, like they haven't even gotten past this dining room, but they already know about the bunkhouses. They say they had a map.
Yeah, but then they hadn't mentioned slots. But then when I said slots, they suddenly claimed there were other slots.
I mean, they said slots because of the book. Remember, that was in the book when you showed it to them.
No, but when we mentioned thing, they didn't mention the whole slots turning into adventurers thing until after I brought it up from the plant.
And did I see them cast magic at all
No.
when we were interacting with them? No? Okay.
I mean, maybe the ranger cast guidance on that bolt to kill Winks, you don't know, but you didn't see anything outright.
They are deceptive creatures, so I wouldn't put it past them if they are sloths, but I mean,
Do we have any spells to detect them in any way?
don't look at me, dude. I just fucking hit things.
I mean, I have a spell that kills slot eggs, but I don't know when they would have, done anything. I don't feel different.
Yeah, I don't really notice anything different.
I didn't notice anything about him touching you guys either. How taxing is it to cast that spell, Cats, just for safety?
As you say this, everyone roll initiative. You suddenly hear the pounding on the door in front of you to the rest of the bunkhouse.
Well, I guess as I roll initiative, 5th level per cast.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Only.
It's only 5th level.
Yeah.
Well, that's terrible because most of my healing skills.
Are you kidding me? I rolled
Frick.
double 10s.
Most of my healing spells are 6th and above, so that's not really that bad.
I rolled good initiative for the thing that didn't matter, and I don't. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Johnny Paul Henry?
I rolled a 16.
Okay. Alright, as you go to speak, suddenly the door pounds down and caves in, and you see roughly maybe 7 apes trying to get into the room suddenly.
7?
Yeah.
Okay.
The biggest one having just knocked down the door and is going to charge straight in, assuming that John Paul Henry would be somewhat into the room a bit more than the rest of the party as a tank in case of the doorway opening.
Yeah.
So they're it's just going to start punching at John Paul Henry. Don't worry, it's non-magical damage. It's all bludgeoning. 15?
Does not hit.
All right, and 25.
That one does.
Alright, you take 15 points, bare minimum fucking damage I can roll. As
Really? 10? Okay.
you watch as this giant ape just throws a punch. Johnny kind of dodges out of the way, slightly swaying as he's still talking to you lot. And the second one coming back around clocks him in the jaw slightly, catching him up and waking him up a bit more as the giant ape is preparing itself to attack further. However, that is the end of its turn. And this room is only 10 feet wide, and only one other of the creatures can fit in it. As the second great ape coming up in front, or coming to the side, and now with advantage because it is going to flank John slightly. Oh wait, you'd have Boris next to you, so it wouldn't be flanking. All right, so well, that don't matter. 13 to hit, I assume doesn't.
And
hit.
I'm also about to say, Boris is pretty big.
Yep. All right. As that ape goes to take 2 more punches at you, John, you managed to easily dodge out of the way. After that first hit, you've learned how quick these apes are, and are feeling a little more confident. As the punches go right by your head, you are up, good friend.
Well, time to show these monkeys what a real animal's like. Time to rage.
Also, you all are Cats and Johnny. You both gain inspiration as you suddenly hear singing coming from the distance.
Oh, we got sirens too.
Nope.
You're throwing sirens at us.
Well, one of them could be the
But
bard.
we're inspired.
You
They're working with us.
you can hear the Goliath singing in the background.
Oh, God.
Oh my god, he's a bard.
He's a bard.
Grumpy, do you want to know his full class?
Yes, please.
He's a barbarian.
Yes, I
And
do.
he is
I-
fully min-maxed out. His con is a 20, his strength is a 20, and his charisma is a 30.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Dear
Dude,
God.
you made them sound so distrusting.
Yep. All right, Joan Paul Henry. What would you like to do now that you've raged as the anger just starts to flow through you?
How dare you hit me? I am going to hit them with my axe.
Okay.
Time to swing. I'll swing at the one that actually did damage to me. He's got my attention right now.
Fair. Let's see what you got.
Does a 21 hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. So a 10d12 plus 4.
Ooh.
That's an 18 damage.
Oh, 1d10. Okay. I think you said 10d10, and I was like, wait, hold up.
Holy fuck!
Oh,
I wish.
oh, like, bro, you're gonna kill me. Alright, I can't do anything against this. Oh, yeah, as you swing, you cut into the great ape, taking it, slashing across his face. He bleeds and looks angry.
Well, I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
Do it again. Does a 20 hit?
20 hits.
24 damage.
Jesus criminy!
That's not even max damage.
As you slash into him again, cutting down his arm, watching his arm go completely limp as he goes to try and block you, the blood trickling down off of his fingers. This ape looks scared.
I'm not moving, so time for another attack action.
Okay.
Does a 32 hit?
Let me check. Give me
I want to keep
one-
him. I need to let you know that when I rolled that 20, that was me rolling an 8.
Yeah, I caught that. I can see the Lord
Actually,
might.
no. I'm sorry. That was me rolling a 2 to hit. Sorry,
Oh.
a 2 to got me a
Yeah.
20.
Well,
32 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Hunter, you rolled a 3 to hit earlier and still hit
Yeah, I
the
know.
plus 18. Oh my god.
20 damage.
The great ape looks very concerned that he's just taken on a much bigger ape.
All right, and one more attack. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah, you can't miss. You can literally roll on that one and you're still gonna hit.
All right, yeah.
Your modifier to hit is their
22.
fucking AC. Is higher than their AC. Jesus.
22 damage.
My god, he's fucking okay. Yeah, as you slash into this ape left and right, cutting big chunks of flesh off, this ape looks scared shitless, and the one next to him does not look any better now.
Can I just do a nice bear roar?
Yeah, give me an intimidation check with advantage. And yes, you may use your bear sound.
All right, so that was a 19, and I will definitely give you a bear sound. All
I choose the
right.
best one.
Let me just make sure everything's all set and ready to go. Make sure noise suppression is off, because that prevents me from doing anything. I swear.
So shout out to the giant apes, -2 in charisma.
Not very charismatic creatures.
All right, so then we're gonna rock with.
Thank you.
Boom.
Thank you.
He's been dying to use it all game.
He has.
So, he's finally getting that chance.
Yep. So with a 19 in intimidation.
Yeah, you watch as the great ape is now frightened and will turn and use its actions now to try and get away from you.
I can just imagine the other apes just outside the room is just sees one of their own running out after.
He looks basically dead.
He's like, oh my god.
One
Jesus.
arm's kind of limp, just bleeding as he's running away. You
No.
know?
Oh, don't worry. This is about to get so much worse.
Also, Boris is up.
Yes.
Hunter, don't charge too far forward.
Yeah,
no, 'cause
don't do that,
there's-
please.
Because
I
there's still
might as
one
well.
more. There's still one more ape in
Yeah,
this room.
yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Please do not move more forward than you
Do
want
not move more forward.
Yeah,
I have also
I mean-
a similar
I mean-
idea. I think to what
I
Jess
mean,
is
yeah.
doing.
To be fair, that ape is still in here who's frightened.
Mm-hmm.
Grumpy, do you remember spells? Do you know what I'm about to do?
I know what I'm about to do, but
All right.
All right. So, Boris is going to attack
Mm-hmm.
the injured gorilla.
Okay.
So he has a plus 13 to hit.
This is why I didn't bump Boris's stats anymore. He doesn't need higher stats. He just need higher AC.
Boris.
So so does a 24 hit?
24 hits.
Remember, Hunter, AC of 18.
No, AC lower than 18.
Oh,
Far,
you said,
far lower. No, his
Far
to
lower.
hit or his damage modifier is what their AC is.
I'm honestly just rolling for crits right now.
you're
Turns out most beasts don't have naturally high armor.
No, they're animals. Not
But
really.
yeah, go ahead and roll your damage up as Boris slashes at this ape as it's trying to run away.
All right. So first up is a D8 plus 11
Mm-hmm.
with minimum damage of 12.
As he just slashes at the great ape, it screams out as its back is suddenly just cut up and bleeding all over.
And I believe that one is a yes. So the D8 plus 11 was the bite attack.
Yeah.
And so now we're going to be rolling for his claw attack, which is also a plus 13 to hit.
Okay, let's see.
It's
Trying to-
17 hit.
measly 17.
keep trying to lower myself into camera angle here. 17 hits. Yep.
All right. Rocking the 2d6 plus 11. 14. Sorry, no, 15.
Bare minimum damage you could get as you watch as
Bare
Boris
minimum.
just bites into. Yeah, you're welcome for that. Just bites and tears into him, shredding this poor giant ape to pieces. The other giant ape doesn't seem at all phased.
Hey, he's not the one getting hit, but he soon will.
True.
He's next.
Oh, I'm gonna hit all at once.
All right. Is that the end of Boris's turn?
That is it.
Okay. Let me see. Is my camera angle? I cannot fucking tell. Give me a minute. There we go.
Well, so we tied on initiative. Who has a higher dex? Maybe you do.
When it ties, it goes in order of
It goes
names.
alphabetically. Yep.
Ah.
Of the first letter of the first name.
Oh
But because
no.
it starts with a
Wait.
V,
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
on ties, people have.
Don't worry, you lot tied with 3 giant apes. So, alright, the first one up, though, or the next one up is another giant ape who can't get in the room, so he's going to pick up a rock from the ground
Hey, now.
and chuck it into the room at John Paul Henry, seeing him as the only
no.
threat. Well, that misses. And as he's not moving, he takes a second. Does a 28 hit? Almost a crit.
A 28 does hit.
Oh, well, as this will be bludgeon. You take 34 points of bludgeoning damage as this rock just smacks you in the head.
Okay, but half that because I'm enraged.
17.
There you go. Alright, and that is the end of that gorilla's turn as it looks about confused. The other gorilla cannot do anything, so he is going to move away from the doorway, and you lot lose sight of him.
That's okay. Don't need to see him.
Kotz, you're up.
Y'all ever seen a bunch of gorillas get shot out of a cannon?
No.
I love the tsunami spell. Let's do this.
No,
Oh, no.
Wait. Wait a minute.
Wait.
You motherfuckers picked with the wrong party.
I don't like this, Chaston. I don't like this at all.
It's a strength save. You got it.
Yeah, but does the rest of the party?
Wait, let
It's
me,
not
let
doing
me
it to
read
us.
something real quick.
Because
Well,
that's
it's-
pretty.
where it
That's,
starts,
that's,
Hunter.
that's
Hunter,
gonna
I have
drown
the
this.
water.
The water is probably gonna drown this entire facility.
Look, man, I pick where the water starts, and I can get advantage after. I'm not making it start in front of you and just launch like a cannon.
Like a highly pressurized, just.
Oh, Hunter, this is a 300-foot long thing of water combined into a tiny room.
Okay.
Because I assume the
Straight
walls of
save.
Aventium are very strong.
They ain't moving.
Well, they're magical. They ain't moving anywhere.
24.
That's the only reason I'm doing this.
What's the save?
19.
Okay, Okay, so we've had 2 saves of the 3, 3 saves of 4, 5 saves of the 6, and then there's one more. He fails. Okay, so 2 fail, the others succeed. John Paul, you're putting in front of John Paul Henry?
Yeah, so he doesn't have to, because I can position it wherever.
I will say, once the spell goes off, y'all are going to have to make strength saving throws anyways to see if you get pushed.
That's fine.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, DM, I want you to know, everyone that failed is taking 11d10.
Go ahead and roll up your damage.
But I have to roll them separately, because those that succeed only take 3d10. There's a large disparity.
No, Caleb's got it right. It's Hydro Pump. You've just basically made Hydro
Yes!
Pump.
Yes. The ones that succeeded are only going to take 11 damage.
Okay.
But the ones that fail...
Oh boy.
Only 2 of them failed, to be fair.
60.
Or 3. No, 2. Yeah, 2.
Because it says on, it's like, oh yeah, it halves if they succeed, but if they fail, there's another 5d10 hidden in the spell description.
You watch as the giant ape that was turning to run away and had just been abused by John Paul Henry and Boris gets shot out into a spray of mist of body parts and blood.
Oh no.
The rest of them succeed. However, the rest of the party, I need you to make a d20 or a strength saving throw as well.
And I'm absolutely gonna fail. I have a +0. I have to nat 20.
Although you are hovering technically, aren't you? Because it is a fear.
What's the save?
It is 18.
It's a 19 strength save.
I have a
Yo,
alright, so I have a +15 to save if I don't do this.
22.
22.
Okay.
Hey, same, buddy. Yeah.
Wait.
John Paul Henry, Boris.
Oh no, not Boris.
And I'm pretty sure, Boris has a 20, so it's a +5, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely failed my own
Actually,
save.
let me double check because his strength save
I
might
thought
be
that was Boris.
different.
I saw 3 and I was like, bro.
No.
Alright, yeah, okay, so it's a +5. Alright, let's see what we got here.
Well, he failed too.
He failed. Okay,
Now the
go
good
ahead
news
and
is
roll.
we're gonna get launched back at a wall, like not backwards. Yeah, that's nice.
Also, the amount of water this puts out, you have officially managed to drown this entire floor of the dungeon.
Yes.
You will all be forced to make con saving throws.
No. On reaction, I cast air bubble.
Okay.
I have a spell just for this.
You might kill the other people in the other party.
But go ahead and roll for Boris.
Roll what for Boris?
His strength save, he failed. Oh, sorry. Roll the damage for the chest and for against your party.
Well, it's the same damage that I rolled for the...
Okay, so 60 points for Boris
And Hunter only takes 11, which is it's magical bludgeoning, so he takes 11. Well, it is half. Hunter only takes 5.
So 11 damage. Okay.
And as you
100
cast Air Bubble, let me just check something.
Air bubble is just a sphere of air that sits on everyone's head that makes sure they can't suffocate.
No, I understand that. That's not what I'm checking. I'm not checking for the party relation. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, you might kill the other people in the other party.
I wonder what that XP is for drowning everybody in this dungeon.
Everything dies!
Except for anything that doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah,
Justin, I was gonna
Breathe
cast.
in water.
I'm checking something real quick to see how many monsters on this floor have to breathe.
Oh.
That's a threat.
Justin.
Oh.
I was gonna cast fireball. Not what you did.
Did you think I was also gonna do fireball with the necklace?
No,
Is that what you
but-
thought?
you could.
Not
I could technically see a spot where it wouldn't hurt any of us, and hit all of
Don't
them.
worry, man. Great apes, not the best swimmers.
Yeah.
Gonna be the best for them.
I was thinking to do Synatic Static, but I didn't know if they had intelligence higher than 2. Didn't want to risk it.
They're an ape, so I'd assume so.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So as the water kind of starts to pull up, casting the spell, you manage to get air bubbles around each of your compatriots, including Boris, I assume.
Yes, including board.
Okay.
Because I believe air bubble. How many does it make? It makes 1, but then each casted is so I'd have to do it at 4th level to get
Yes.
everybody.
So go ahead and write off the spell slot.
I did.
Yeah. So as you cast it, the room fills with water. Y'all are walking around underwater now.
Now, DM, because the Zephyr thing.
Mm-hmm.
It says it glides above water. Can I just kind of hover at the bottom of the water, just kind of glide around?
No, you will all be. It's only above water. You all will be on difficult terrain, unless you have something to do with underwater travel. Your speed will also be your swimming speed.
And if you don't have a swimming speed, is it?
It is half your walking distance.
After walking.
Okay.
So
Oh,
me and
wow.
Boris now have a 20 movement speed from here on out.
I have a 15. Yeah.
I have a 15 as well.
We're just gonna slow. But good news is, though, air bubble 24 hours and it's not concentration. So
Yeah.
Cool.
So where do you lot head next?
How
I'd
are
like
the
to-
apes doing?
They're all
wa-
floating and drowning, minus the one that was blown to bits and is in parts.
Is there like a
Um,
blood cloud in the water?
Slightly, yeah.
But
at least-
mist.
you'll be happy to know the blood bubble can't touch your face because the bubble will protect you.
Yeah.
True.
I definitely want to. I feel like we should go through and just check out all these barrack rooms, see if there's anything
Well,
useful in them.
more importantly, as Vidor was saying before we got rudely interrupted by apes, he wanted me to restoration just to be sure. So I'm gonna
Yes,
do
you
as
guys.
You're gonna cast restoration on the party.
yeah, greater restoration.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your dice for it, because I believe it's also got healing effects. Correct?
It's not.
Oh, it does
It
not.
is just. It just ends effects.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen.
Just a precaution.
It's just to be safe.
Okay.
I'll knock off those.
Now, do we want to go back and check how they're doing? Because they seem
No.
probably underwater.
No, they got
Okay.
it. They're a full party of high-level adventurers. They'll be fine.
Yeah, they also don't seem very well organized, but all right.
Yeah,
we're-
I kind of want to check out this barracks area, see if there's any useful items. I mean, they said there wasn't any, but you know, they might
They
not have
also
checked enough.
then said they never went down here, so
Yeah, they said they've only been in that room, but then they said, you know, there's nothing down here. So, you know, I don't really
gonna-
know what to think.
we're gonna explore a bit.
It's
Okay.
always good to double check.
So, as you guys walk out, the dead apes kind of floating about. There's no other bodies in the room or anything like that that catches your attention in the long hallway. Each of the doorways have been blasted open. From what you can tell, as you look in each of them, give me investigation checks if you're looking for items, perception if you're just generally checking out the room to see if there's anything that catches your eye.
I will be rolling.
Investigation. Do all of us?
Correct.
Our preference?
Okay. 15 investigation.
Okay.
Wow, I rolled double fives,
and
bro.
27 for perception.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 investigation for me, and 24 perception.
For
13 investigation
yeah, I'm looking. I can
and
see.
perception. Where are you at? Come here. There you are. Perception. 21.
I rolled the highest in both. Yay!
Yeah, as you guys start looking through, you don't find anything at all in the rooms. Just a couple of busted up beds, some blankets that are completely soaked through here and there. But it's deadly silent throughout the entire dungeon.
You know, we might have made the Dern mad.
He's kind of full of water now. The water boss is probably really upset with me right now.
Yeah. Can
Yeah,
you
look-
make the water go away, cats, or is it going to just be here?
Well, funny story.
He does not have a draining spell.
No.
Okay.
All
I
right.
don't think this water is safe to drink either.
Oh no, it is. No, it is.
I
It
don't
is-
know.
it is-
I mean,
There's lots
is
of dead in
fresh.
here.
I was yeah, it's not safe now, but it is fresh spring water.
oh yeah, I have no doubt that it was drinkable. Whether it still is.
It definitely isn't now with chunks of gorilla meat.
Yeah. Well, you know, there is nothing on the spell grid because it's just a conjuring spell of summoning a thing of water. It's not going away.
Oh, okay.
It's now an underwater level.
Yay, Mario!
Yay.
But yeah, as you guys look through each of the rooms, nothing catches your attention. I mean, some soaked blankets, some really old threading for the beds, a table here or there that's kind of floating now. No magical items. The apes weren't guarding anything. You do find where the apes were living in one of the back corners, as the nice intense stench of their after meal effects are starting to pollute the water in this room that is closed off.
I think we shall probably
go out the hallway then?
I'm actually also curious if there were any traps. I wonder if the water pressure had
Oh, dude,
activated any.
do you know how much water weighs? If there's a pressure trap, it's been activated. Like, it's not. Water's heavy, my guy. Water's really heavy.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You guys want to go down the hallway that we didn't go?
Yeah, let's use the hallway and go back up
Okay.
instead of you going through the.
So as you start heading up the hallway, you see a couple, or as you go down the side hallway, I assume the one on the far left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that goes back up into the dining room area.
The water had definitely forced the door. You can see the doors kind of floating at the top of the ceiling. And as you're walking around, you turn the corner, a floating beholder corpse and a couple of drow. As well. But the Almirage has a bubble around its head.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. He does have a caster friend somewhere.
And he seems to be kind of swimming, like dog paddling through the water.
Life could be a dream.
Also, DM, for the math I'm doing, how tall are the rooms on average that we've been in?
So the rooms in the second floor are all 15 feet high.
Okay.
Yeah.
So by the amount of water I summoned, this is 42,000 tons of water.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Anything that was down here that had to breathe is dead.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
See, guys, this is why I had air bubble. I prepared for this.
So
situation.
there's only 3 bodies and the rabbit.
The Almirage
Listen,
that's
we
still
gotta.
swimming around.
The bodies are probably all throughout the dungeon.
So
Just in this
can
one
we-
hallway.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me use the sending stone real quick. Can I use that real quick?
Oh, yeah, as you pull out the stone, you notice the rune's gone.
Not well.
Well, he's dead probably.
Victory! I cleared the floor.
The thing is, it's like, I mean, I feel like we could infer now from seeing these here that weren't there beforehand. I feel like, can we at least now infer that they probably weren't an actual party, like they were?
Well,
what
you
the
start
tree was
heading
saying, that
down
they're
the hallway,
imposters.
Oh,
past
we're gonna
the
see
floating
some,
bodies. You see 6 floating death slots.
Yeah.
And a full, as the illusion is no longer cast on the room, you see the full nesting ground that is surrounding that entire little cafeteria area with little slot eggs that have completely cracked and open. You all walk straight into a full slot nest.
Yeah, I figured.
What insight did I need to check and catch it on the line?
I mean, he had a 30 in charisma, dude.
So his
He's a
DC
really
that
good
he
one.
got was a 32.
holy shit.
Would not.
I couldn't.
No, you couldn't. But question: did Chasten, was he able to?
I assume restoration did something.
You don't know.
Okay.
I will say, I don't know how DM runs it, and I don't know death slots. I don't think they normally put eggs in people. But I know red slots, Great Restriction kills the eggs, if they do infect somebody. But that's, because we had that Recover in Wolves campaign once.
Yeah. But, death slots could be different. They're, I don't know.
Look, man,
You
all
did
I know
your
is
best.
Slots a lot, and he's never mentioned the death slots egg thing, so I don't know.
Alright.
So, question, Dave, could our characters now infer that we might have been infected with slot eggs?
You don't even know if that slots put eggs in people.
Fair.
That's
Actually,
true.
could I roll nature for death slot eggs?
You can try and roll nature to see if you understand it.
Yeah,
I'll stand
alright.
up. And there's summoning steps, just summon the motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that.
Now, is there any loot in this room that illusion
18.
covered?
18. Yeah, you have no idea.
Alright, fair.
Also, was the slot's equipment real, or was that just illusion?
As you
I
look
mean-
about, you don't see any equipment.
Yeah.
Nothing? Alright. Everything is dead in here, correct?
Yes.
So
Alright.
far, yeah, that's a lot of dead slots, a dead beholder. I mean, do we want to harvest anything off of, like, the beholder?
They get stalks, I guess.
We can take its
I
eyes.
believe from what DM mentioned in Sunday, the eyes make really good magic items.
We wouldn't know
Yeah.
that, but, we're adventurers and taking shit.
I would say,
I mean, we're level 20 adventurers. We might know.
beholders aren't exactly super uncommon.
Well, and we got a knife.
Yeah. If someone wants to harvest it, please go ahead.
Someone got a knife for me to use?
Sure, I'll hand you a dagger.
Sweet.
Okay.
Go to town, Johnny.
Give me a medicine check to see how clean the cut.
Can I assist him?
Sure.
Alright, so that's advantage then, right?
Yes, I think, right? So you run...
Sure. I'll say so in this case.
Alright. I rolled 2 3s.
Oh,
Damn.
Pandemonium, boys! Let's
Yeah,
have it!
as you go to cut the stalks, it's a bloody and chunky thing. You're not very good at cutting cleanly. You're more good at butchering and killing. The eye stalk come off completely wrangled and destroyed.
Damn. Can't believe I rolled just 2 3s.
Yeah. Well, I guess
That's
I
a
can
shame.
attempt to take the eye.
Well, I mean,
The eye is
Mangled.
completely
main eye.
mangled and destroyed.
All of them? The
Yeah,
eye
the
stalk?
entire
Yes.
body with
that was
two
a
trees.
full body harvest.
Yeah,
Aw.
that's yeah. I allow
Alright.
one harvest per creature typically, unless it's a
I see,
extremely
okay.
large.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could have your knife back, Grumpy.
Covered
Thank
in.
you. Thank you for this.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's not gonna be hard to wash it off. You got choice of water to.
I'll just...
So
I'll wave it in the air. Or
well,
the water.
To be fair, any of these would any of these be considered legendary creatures? Because I think Chasten really did get the kill. He could do ritual sacrifice if he had.
doesn't
I
know.
do not have it because I don't have a god I'm tied to.
That's fair.
Alright. So we continue on.
We move on.
Unless you want to teach me to do it and I sacrifice it to Boris.
Sacrifice it to Boris.
I
But
don't have the.
as you lot start, like the room's starting to fill with muck from the eggs that popped, and other disgusting things in the walls. As
Yeah.
you stand in this lunch hallway, everyone, give me a con saving throw. Not for water breathing. Don't worry.
For slot eggs, I assume.
It is for what's in the water currently.
23.
Well, cats fails.
I'm using lucky on that. I'm
I
not
hope
gonna have
so.
I am not taking that. All right.
Justin, didn't you say air bubble stops anything
no,
from
I'm not
entering
taking
it?
that
Yes.
either. Another lucky.
That's why it.
What,
That's why
what
this
are you
isn't
asking
applying.
about, Bubble, Grumpy?
The air
Alright.
bubble prevents things.
24.
This globe is filled with fresh air. Last of it, if the creature is more than one head, globe air, blah blah blah. It prevents suffocation. It's a constant fresh air that keeps everything out.
Yeah, so basically nothing enters it. It's more of the water you're walking because you have an air bubble around your head, not your body.
Yes, that's fair.
Okay, so 24, and what's Boris?
20. What is Boris's Constitution modifier? +3, so a D20 +3. He rolls a 21.
Okay. The party will. Let's see. So Vidoral and Johnny, as well as John Paul Henry, you will take half damage. Kotz, you will take full. Give me a minute. That is 28 points of poison damage.
Okay. Is that the
Alright.
reduced or that's the
That
full?
is the full, so you can have
'Kay.
that. 14 is halved. For those who
said-
succeed,
Alright.
everyone but cats.
14.
succeeded. Yep.
All right, but I will say, rage doesn't just straight up end. For
You are no
like normal,
longer.
So,
Oh.
No.
Wait, what?
He has
remember,
endless rage.
So at this high level, the rage doesn't really end after I don't get attacked. Remember, it kind of
Okay.
just keeps going for like an hour
Alright.
if I wanted to. So what's half of 14? What 7?
Yep.
7.
Okay.
Let us continue through the room then.
Yeah, walking to the other side, back up the original hallway you came, you can see the entrance is completely drowned out, but the doorway up the stairs is open.
Wait a minute. Did we? Is the floor boss? I don't think the floor boss is.
I don't
dead.
think.
He,
We saw-
he said he didn't need to breathe in
Didn't need to-
earlier. So
Well, unless I crushed it under sheer weight of water, which is possible.
I mean, he could have failed the strength, but I don't think he would have
11.
died from that.
Would not have killed him.
let us walk that. Well, do we want to? We kind of are on a time limit here.
What? 24 hours, and he can recast it.
Yeah. Do you want to take a rest or?
I mean, we're gonna constantly take poison damage while we rest.
Well,
I
can we
mean,
close? Is there a door we can close
well,
back to the room we
can-
were at?
Can't you mold earth so that the water residue doesn't come in from the slot room?
I guess so. Yeah, I can go mold earth the place in the other room, and the spell's 24 hours, so we can technically rest.
It's up to you
All
guys.
right.
I will answer this momentarily. So you're taking a long rest?
We're gonna go back to one of the previous rooms, and I'm gonna mold earth things so that the slod stuff doesn't get into the room.
Well, going back, you will go back through that cafeteria area, and...
Well, we're not going back that
yeah,
far.
Sealing the cafeteria. That's what I meant.
Oh, you're gonna
It's sealed
seal that
back.
doorway off. Oh, okay.
To stop slog.
Yeah,
I
Guts.
don't want to go through that.
I don't want
no.
slod refuse.
Yeah, as you go to cast Mold Earth, it blocks it off after a few seconds. It's still deadly silent throughout the thing.
I mean, understandable.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest.
Well, do we want to post up?
So if I remember correctly, Chesson, you can trance, so it's not like we're gonna be like. I mean, actually, pretty much you both
I
of you can,
both do
right?
trance. Yeah, you're the one that needs to actually
We
sleep.
can-
Yeah, me and Boris are actually going to be probably taking a nap.
This is probably the weirdest sleep of all of our lives.
I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, I mean, we're literally just suspended. I mean, it's
Wait.
not like anything like solid to rest on, but it's probably like, you know.
DM, does my familiar need to breathe?
Yes.
Dang it.
No, because he's a familiar, so he wouldn't have a physical manifestation in that sense.
He can keep watch for us, boys.
I'm gonna chill in the water.
He's gonna chill. He gets a nice little break on the
He
long
uses
rest.
wings to propel himself forward.
However, during a short or long rest, I can activate Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow.
Okay. You do
30
that. I'll.
Yeah, +5 to stealth, +5 to perception while within it, and any light from within does not make it out of the barrier.
Okay. Guess we'll take a long rest. I'll post Winks up. Which room do we were resting in, guys?
Just the hallway.
Which hallway?
The hallway on the far right, the one you entered through.
Which, no, that does mean my passive perception of 42 during this rest.
All right, let's. Boris.
Now post Winks to the door to the room we didn't enter yet.
Okay. Have Winks give me a perception check, please.
Okay. Perception. Go. That's a 5.
Okay. So as you lot sit down to your trance, Johnny, Paul, Henry, and Boris kind of starting to snore. Winks just kind of watches into that big room with the sand pit where the sand is kind of floating slightly. Just kind of stares like he's seen some shit and he knows what's going to happen.
Oh. No.
He starts contemplating his life choices and the fact that he's been killed so many fucking times.
I think he's up to like 6 times though.
The water is still there, yes, for the audience. And he's
The water's
kind of,
not going anywhere. There's nowhere. Well,
it can't go
technically,
anywhere.
I would say unless the door to the next floor is open, then yeah, there's nowhere for it to drain.
It might be, you don't know. But as you kind of let or as you guys sleep through the night, or sleep through the 8 hours, nothing happens.
Long rest,
Woo!
boys.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the sand pit.
Alright, first I will cast Foresight.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check.
I don't think those slots are fighting with that.
That is a dirty 20.
You get no visions of the future.
Our future is undetermined, boys.
That's fine.
That means, yeah. Is Wink still there?
Staring into the distance, eyes wide open, shaking
No,
like a
Winks.
leaf.
He's had 8 hours and he's alive.
Winks, how are you feeling, buddy? I told you to get a nice break.
He just looks up at you. His eyes are bloodshot, wide open, and just shakes his head and then looks back into the hallway.
I'll dissipate him to his
Doral,
nice
you are
happy
a
place.
horrible pedo.
No, he's going to his happy place now. I'm putting him in his happy place.
He
does
suddenly
that mean?
disappears once again.
He's in his happy place, boys.
You
I
are
was
a
in the-
horrible person.
When you said happy place, I imagined the door choking him out.
No, no.
Let's go to your happy place.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
That's all I imagined.
Okay.
God damn it.
Who
Alright.
wants to lead?
Yay!
Okay. So Katz, as you're the first one through that doorway, Walking up in front, the door's wide open, blown into the room. You see some of the sand particles are still floating in the air, probably from the water suddenly hit the room so hard. A couple benches floating, a nice leather chair that seems to have kind of turned upside down and is floating to the ceiling, or still floating at the ceiling. The room seems to be empty.
You know what? I can't wait for it. If another party comes back up to get something, they're just gonna find the second floor's water level.
Yeah. Well, the water's going
You
to
know
drain
what?
out when the door's open, so.
I'd like to. I mean, even though I'm not really good at taking a look at things, I want to take a closer look at that chair. That chair seems interesting. It feels like it's odd for it to be here.
Okay.
Mimic.
Give me an investigation check.
Do mimics need to breathe? Wait.
I don't know. 12.
As you walk over, kind of getting closer to it and start inspecting it, the leather's fine work. This had to be made by a master crafter. It's got a thick, what looks to be straight wool that was shaved off the sheep and then kind of pushed together for the cushion. It's very well made. Even though the leather is soaked, the wool inside you can tell is still very warm as it's not very spongy. Yeah, the chair seems to be normal, like an actual leather chair, just sitting here.
What do I need to roll to know if mimics have to breathe?
Nature or history. History will give you, basically the answer is if mimics have been recorded to have breathed. Nature will be if you've ever seen one breathe.
I'll do nature because I have advantage. That's a nat 20 for a 22.
You've never seen a mimic breathe.
So it could be.
You want to hit the chair.
I mean, it's just a chair. Johnny, do you want to, like, prod it with your weapon? Like, not really stab it, but just prod it a bit, see if it's...
I would be ashamed to ruin such fine craftsmanship.
Okay,
then
I'll just blast it.
Oh, yep, there you go.
Okay,
So it's
cast a hit.
Alright. Take this chair. 28.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Take this chair. 8 force damage.
You watch as the chair completely explodes, little splinters going everywhere. John Paul Henry, give me a dex save at disadvantage.
I knew that was gonna happen. Fuck
You
you,
didn't
Grumpy.
you didn't poke the chair, so I poked it for you.
Grumpy, what do you think exploding a chair in like a near zero G environment was gonna do?
I would say there was a chance it was a mimic.
There was a chance.
Yeah. So, dex saving throw or dex
Correct.
check at disadvantage?
Dex saving throw.
Gotcha.
Doesn't it even out? Don't you have a thing that gives advantage?
Okay, so that was a natural 1.
He does still have. You guys all have your inspiration. Vidor or Katz and Johnny Paul Henry both have their inspiration still technically.
Which is interesting.
So that's a 4. I mean,
So
I feel like even
you
if I
take
use
1
inspiration...
point of splintering damage as one of the splinters spokes into you. I rolled a d12 and rolled a 1.
Oh.
He just kind of gets to his feet. He's like, what the fuck?
It's like, ow, my finger. Fuck.
It's a splinter that'll never come out. It's going to constantly irritate you for the rest of the
It's gonna
dungeon.
fester and get infected. Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a mimic.
I'm just gonna, after pulling the splinter, I'm just gonna slap him with a cure wounds.
I will say
No,
suddenly the benches start laughing.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, I saw 3 more Eldritch Blasts.
Wrong thing. Wrong thing.
I had 3 more Eldritch
That's-
Blasts, DM.
Alright.
No, they're okay. We had fun. Those benches know a good laugh.
Are you going to use the rest of your 3 Eldritch Blasts ignoring John Paul Henry?
How many benches are there?
We can see on the map, there are 8.
And they are laughing. You don't see
We
any
also-
movement, you just hear laughter coming from them.
Oh, do I? No, I won't.
Okay.
They're chill.
Illusion. They might not even be mimic.
Yeah. Alright, can I try and talk to the chairs? Or the benches?
Do mimics speak other languages? I don't know.
What do you guys say to the chairs?
What's so funny?
What do you mean? What's so funny? I just got freaking hit by an exploding chair.
You
That's
did, that was
hilarious.
funny.
As you say this, the laughing goes dead silent. The entirety is all silent again.
Did I misspeak?
So like I was saying, I used the first level cure wounds to heal that 1 damage on John Paul.
Oh, okay.
You healed a splinter.
Hunter, there's
Thank
your healing of 10.
Thank you. I don't even get any additional. Yeah.
No, I just get rid of your little...
Yeah.
DM, did
I
that
went
chair
from-
count as an enemy?
No.
Okay.
It was.
It's a chair.
It was just a chair.
It was a
I was gonna
weird
say.
bring those in, but it was a chair.
There was a chair on the map. I don't know why. I just thought it was interesting and decided to put a little extra effort to describe the room for you.
Yeah, no,
Cool.
I saw that chair on the map too. I'm like, that just doesn't seem. That's just such a strange place. To
I guess
like
we're
a
just
fine leather chair.
I guess you just. Are we just gonna move on, guys?
Sure.
I
I will prepare an action for if the chairs attack or move.
Well, yeah.
Or the
but
benches.
If they don't, we're just gonna kind of
Yeah.
leave.
That's why if they move or
Okay.
make a sudden move.
As you start
Hey,
walking, yes, John Paul Henry.
I was gonna be like, yo, we're gonna go try to kill the floor boss. You guys want to come with and join us? Join us in the fight?
You want a vibe?
The laughing seems to get louder and then quiets down again.
I'll take that as a no.
Let's see. Yeah,
All right. Well, you guys aren't any fun.
Also, DM, I am doggy paddling through this dungeon.
Okay. As you are swimming, you see the Almirage kind of following behind with a little bubbles, doing the dog paddle as well.
No, he's chill.
His
Oh,
horn
I-
kind of just right on
Now-
the edge of the bubble.
I
DM,
know he's a spy. I know he's a spy.
We know. I already said that. How much you want to bet he's the familiar of the floor boss?
yeah, he
Oh,
probably is.
absolutely.
But DM, did we get any XP from the tsunami going off?
You don't know?
Okay.
He's not max level.
I'm not, but you know.
It wouldn't
I'm just
apply
wondering.
until the end of session anyway, so you don't have to worry about it.
All right.
Uh,
Let's continue.
So as you head into the hallway, you have two ways to go. You can see what looks to have been once a little, like a room of some sort. It's pretty dark in there from here, so you can't really see too clearly. And then going up, there is some breaks in the wall slightly, but they seem to kind of come to an end. And then the hallway continues, of course, further. Which way would you like to go? Left, up, or down?
Oh, how about you guys? Should we go down?
Check the room out, I guess.
Go down.
Small
Let's do
room.
All right.
Check out the day room.
As you walk in, the Almirage kind of swims around the corner, goes the other way.
No?
Slowly dog paddling. He's really slow. He's not making it very far. His movement is 1 foot, by the way, per round.
Aw.
Go, go.
Go.
He's trying really hard here. Yeah, as you look in that room, you see what looks to be a floating skull with gems for eyes, and just seems to kind of be floating around the room. And then on one of the walls, a suit of armor is the only thing that really catches your eye. The rest seem just like basic potions that have all cracked and their liquids have mixed in with the water at this point.
I'd like to get close to the skull. So you a lich, or just like a gem skull, or
That might be the
like...
demi lich that those.
It
Yeah,
probably
that's
is what
what
this
I'm
is.
talking about.
But you know, it can't really be flaming in water.
You like a demi lich? Like what's going on, man?
It does not respond.
Should I jab it to be sure, or,
Or
like...
maybe that skull belonged to that set of armor. Maybe kind of just got jostled a little bit too much.
armor, a living armor.
Are you gonna poke the armor?
Does someone want to
Trust nothing.
Trust nothing.
The thing is, I'm a little worried about these mixed water potions.
I will investigate the armor though.
Okay.
You want to investigate it first?
Give me 1 second. Go ahead and roll investigation, by the way.
All right. I rolled double nines. I've rolled so many doubles of things.
No,
today.
it's plus 17. It's pretty impressive. You keep getting double.
I've got
Also,
double
I mean,
nines,
John
17s,
Paul Henry,
3s, 5s.
give me a D100 roll for me, please.
Drugs.
Vidoro.
17, by the way.
And you're investigating the armor?
Yes.
As you kind of poke at it, you see there's definitely was a body inside of it that was bandaged up. It's whatever it was ain't moving. It's just kind of floating in the armor. And the armor, as you look at it, is just simple plate armor. It's not even magical.
Not even magical.
I
Honestly,
mean,
this suit
so
no regrets.
one DM 63. Two, honestly, Chess, because of the tsunami, we probably shouldn't true resurrection anybody.
So everyone in the party, suddenly your entire body seems to have a slight burning sensation, as if you've had a little bit too much to drink.
Oh, shit, I
Oh, we got heart.
You are unable to speak for the next 8 hours. However, your wisdom, each of you, is increased by +4 for the next 8 hours.
Yes!
The next 8 hours?
Yes.
Yes!
We're wise. Wisdom.
Yes!
This is temporary and only for the next 8 hours.
24 wisdom!
Well,
do we have a way to communicate with each other? They don't have any.
My eyes are glowing.
Let me see what spells I have.
All right. Under wisdom, I'll just add an additional 4 for now. Just
Yep,
Yeah.
for the next 8 hours. It'll be till next session, so don't worry.
Grumpy. We communicate through charades. Let's do this.
Okay.
Though I guess the only problem would be any spells that require vocals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which
there's
is
a
somatic, correct?
No, it's
somatic
V.
is V.
V.
Somatic is hand
no,
movements.
No, yeah, somatic is hand movements. V is the vocal for.
V is
Verbal.
verbal.
Okay. Let me see what I can't use real quick.
Yeah.
I have most of my spells are verbal based.
Yep. But otherwise, yeah, nothing else catches your eye in this room.
However, I'm very wise right now, so that's fine.
Wait, hold on.
Give me another D100 roll, Johnny.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think we're gonna leave this room after that roll. I'm not about this.
2.
All right. All of you suddenly gain dark vision for the next 24 hours.
I already had. Okay.
All right. Does it extend or is it just not effective if you already have dark vision?
It does not do anything if you already have dark vision.
All right. I will hand motion for us to leave the room.
I'm leaving the room.
Okay.
I'm talking about now.
I have a conundrum, guys. Almost all my spells are vocal.
Yep.
Including Elder's Blast.
You better hope you killed everything.
Maybe we should.
I know the floor boss is still alive.
Maybe we should go take an 8-hour rest.
Yeah, do we want to end sessions? We can't do much else.
The Almirage is just kind of floating about, still heading towards the what you know is to be the boss room as it turns the corner finally.
Yeah, I think we should
Should we go
hold-
check it?
Okay, so what, the boss, so what, it's going towards the room that looks like it has like a little like tomb, crypt thing at the
Stairs,
top?
yep, and where the doorway is listed shown, yes.
Yeah, it's where we assumed the boss was just the one.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so I mean, there is that whole little extra little thing with like the double bed and...
That's
Yes,
the
but
upper bunkhouse.
Enemies up there are only you can fight because we can't cast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got Boris. Don't forget about him.
Boris.
Me and
Yeah, so I
Boris.
know Hunter. Literally every druid spell is part verbal.
Remember, if it's VSM or VS, that means it can be cast either way.
Oh,
then I
really?
can cast.
Yes.
Oh, I can cast literally everything.
That means you can cast that spell one of 3 ways, if I remember correctly.
Oh well, you know
Oh.
what? Every one of my spells is secondary, so I'm fine.
I just can't use Ritual Sacrifice. What a shame.
Wait. You know, I killed everything on the floor, so that's fine.
All right, let's continue then.
Yeah, you can. So the idea is, yeah, you can cast that spell. The difference is, the reason why they do that is, so vocally, there are spells that if you can't speak, you can't cast them. There are spells
Well,
that if you can't do the
vocal-
symbols, you also can't cast them. And then there's the component-based spells that are specifically you have to have those components that you can also use to cast the spell. So I will mention that you lot don't have any components with you at this point, so...
I'm gonna be real, DM. Literally every spell I have is at least parsomatic.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
fair.
point things. It's pretty great.
Yep. Alright,
All right,
so are you
let's
guys going to continue? Where are you heading?
Yeah, but
Let's
guys,
continue.
in theory, if we get in a fight and I cast another tsunami,
What?
I feel
happened?
like I don't know about that, Chief. I think
Maybe
since
not
we're
a good
already
idea.
I think since we're already in water, it might have a lessened effect.
just a thought. It's fine. All right, we can move on.
As you
Alright,
continue
we can go
forward,
up.
Are you going to go into the northern bunkhouse area, or are you going to turn to the right?
I think the bunkhouse was the idea, right?
Yeah.
Do everything. All right.
Is this another slot nest? Huh?
As you walk in, you find... Give me a minute.
Is it like a red slot nest this time, DM?
There are only death slots in here anyway.
No, you as you look about, there's nothing in the room other than a couple of ruined beds and some floating bodies that had long been dead.
Okay.
That look like they were probably laying in the bed or just laying about this room.
All right.
Off we go
And
then.
is it same thing goes for that little room right next to it with the double bed?
You don't know, unless you go in there. There's no doorway on that side of the.
Separate room.
I'm also keeping an eye out for that walnut-sized thing that I saw in
Yep.
the foresight.
Yep, that's yep.
Yeah, I guess next up we'll go to see where that double bedroom. That room itself looks kind of interesting with
Yeah, I don't know. Is that
As
like
you-
hits?
Go past the 2 pits. You see a bunch of bodies, as well as 2 creatures on the bottom and 1 creature on the top hole that look like this, kind of pacing on top of the corpses.
Are these ones alive?
They are alive.
Oh.
We murder them.
They
I'm
can't
gonna
seem
murder
to
them.
get up to you, so...
Oh, they can't seem to get up to us?
No, they are in the pit. On 2 of them are in the upper one, and 1 is in the lower one.
Can I roll
You
to
know-
see if I know what they are?
Sure.
What do I roll?
That would be nature or intelligence.
Time for me to keep these nature rolls going. Can I roll well this time?
You mean history?
Huh?
Nature or history?
No, nature or intelligence.
Ah,
Got it.
okay. Nature. Ah, yeah.
20 and
Wow.
5. And John Paul Henry, what were you saying?
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I rolled a
10.
10 for nature check because I mean I kind of want to try, but I think Chaston rolled like a 20.
I did
Yeah.
roll a 20.
So, Kotz, you recognize these things don't need to breathe, and they seem to be kind of mechanical. Your best guess is they're probably constructs of some sort. No bubbles
How do you
are coming up
retrace
from their breathing, so...
I'd like to motion the others and make, like, as I point at them, make little hammer motions.
Okay.
Destroy.
I mean, you could have also done the robot.
Oh, fair, Hunter. I'll do the robot underwater.
The robot? Constructs.
The Almirage kind of just swims past you a lot, slowly across the little bridge.
I motioned to
I'll
Eldritch
blow that
Blast.
Are you gonna
When's
Eldritch
the
Blast
goal?
the
No, I
construct?
motion it so to them.
Oh, okay.
Not casting, like, and question.
Oh, I'm just gonna shake my head. Like, nah, dude. No.
They're not doing anything.
Alright.
Boris kind of
I'm not-
speaks up amongst all of you and goes, "You know, it's interesting. I'm the only one who can talk."
What?
I look at him and nod.
He looks about and says, "Yeah, apparently you lot got to be able to... You lost your voices. Apparently gives us who can't speak voices.
I shrug.
I hear things in my dreams. I hear Winx's cries for help."
Dreams, he says.
Dreams.
Boris nods and goes, "Yes, I am a creature of dreams."
Are we tripping?
He looks at you and goes and shakes his head. And
Wait,
then
I
he
just
suddenly
thought
starts
that.
dancing about.
What the fuck? Let's just keep going, guys.
We're in water. I mean, bears
Look,
even on
look.
land could stand on their stand
No,
on their
hold on,
hind
look.
legs. I wouldn't be surprised.
Are we tripping or is Boris fucking with us?
I don't know. That's the problem.
Either way, I'm having a good time. That's my
Either way, I'm
master.
fine.
You
Let's
go.
continue.
Boris stands up on 2 legs and is like kind of swaying from back and forth to an unknown beat.
Look, man, bears have done that too.
Their necessities.
Bears have done that too.
Alright, the
let's-
Almirage kind of goes around the corner and disappears from vision once more.
Alright.
I definitely want to check out the room with the double bed.
You don't see the doorway to it anywhere. It seems to be, if you'd had to guess based on the map, it's probably attached to that crypt-looking room.
Do you want to break the wall between
What's the wall made of, DM?
it?
Stone.
Stone?
and dirt.
Adamantium stone,
stone and
probably.
dirt.
I would
No, just simple stone and dirt.
I'm digging our way in.
You're using mold earth, or are you just digging with your hands?
Mold earth. I do not have a digging speed or anything.
As you start to cast mold earth, about halfway through, the dirt and stone stops moving, and there is a solid plate of just nothing but oventium in the middle of the wall, and you can see it extends all the way down the wall.
Well, you know, I tried.
Yeah, alright. Looks
With
like
this
we want to
rock.
go into there. We need to go to that floor boss's room.
Let's go
I can't
say
wait.
hi.
Also, I just realized Van's gonna come back and go
Oh.
down the stairs.
Poor guy. Alright.
Alright.
You know, the funny thing is that when we open that door, we might want to hold on to something so all the water might definitely drain out.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Don't worry, I'll fill the next room with Tsunami too. I got it.
I don't recommend that, but that's a fair thing.
Well, it's
DM
already filled with water.
Nothing my character does is recommended.
You're not wrong on that. I don't disagree.
But watch, Chess. Like all of the creatures in the next floor are actually gonna be like all aquatic in nature, and we're gonna
That'd be
own
so
ourselves.
funny.
That would not be funny, no.
All right. So
Damn, I gotta work on cat logic here, so I'm.
No, I got you. So as you lot walk around the room, you see the doorway's been blown open. There's the water's in there, and the El Mirage is nowhere to be seen. What would you like to do? You're just looking down this hallway. You can see the crypt doors are open, and you can enter if you'd like.
So the water's not draining. It's just.
Nope.
So
I
I'm
think
just
I
gonna
felt-
look. I'm just gonna look at the rest of the party, and just like shrug, like, "Oh, like, what should we do? Should we go in?"
I filled the boss's room with water too.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Alright.
I mean, I guess I can go like take a peek inside.
Alright, as you look in, you see the little Almirage just swimming towards the doorway. You see the doorway's open. The water's just being held in by something, and then you see it kind of drop on the other side and just walk down the stairs.
Wait, there's no water in there?
There's on the next floor from what you can see, from what Cats can see.
Okay.
You just see the crypt in the center, and you see the stairway going down to where the little crypt is.
All right, so that tells us
Okay,
a couple.
so here's what happened. I actually think the boss is inside that little crypt thing next to the door.
No, yeah, no, probably. But I was gonna say that tells us a couple things. One, that familiar might not be the boss's familiar because leaving the floor.
Yeah.
So that could have been anyone's familiar. That was
The
just
thing
kind
is, you could then again, you could always go down, but it's hard to come back up. But since it's a familiar, it could get canceled and just come back up anyways. If it's
DM, where did my foresight self stand that I viewed? Can I see where I was standing
right at
in
the
there?
entrance of this room.
And do I look where the walnut-shaped object was in there? Do
There's
I see
nothing
it?
there.
All right, gentlemen, do we enter?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we ball.
All right.
Ball.
As you walk down, nothing seems to happen. You see a couple of like books that are completely ruined in the on the sides of the walls where bookcases were set up. Very well read by the looks of it. The water has completely ruined and submerged. There was what looked to be two giant things, or two fire braziers that have been completely extinguished. And then you see the doorway to the side where you see the room completely empty. That probably was whoever lived in it. They doesn't look like it's been touched in years by the dust coming out of it.
We see the stone crypt thingy
Yep.
in the back.
The
it
stone
open?
casket is just it's closed.
What if he can't open it, guys, because it's too heavy?
Well, then fuck. Well, you know what? Fuck that floor ball. He can stay in there. I don't care.
I mean,
We go into the bedroom then.
Yeah, let's go. Let's vibe in the bedroom.
As
Come
you
on.
walk in, you find a massive hoard of 701,000 gold pieces just lying about the room. A couple of scrolls, a chime of opening, some oil, some potions, and that's really it.
So I think Hunter, the oil of sharpness, completely we
You
might
guys
have
can
talked,
do
but I think
loot
that's
probably
kind of-
afterwards.
yeah, we can talk loot
Yeah.
after.
All right.
We'll just grab all of that and then.
All right.
Oh damn.
Nothing else in here besides the loot.
Nope.
Can I use detect magic to see if
Yeah.
there's anything in the crypt or anything?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, it's just a spell that happens. So
Yeah, you sense magic coming from underneath the gold pile in the other room. It seems like someone, because the magic seems to be familiar to some sort of source, is underneath it. So it's either a very powerful artifact under the pile of coins, or it's, someone's under there. You don't sense any magic coming from the stone casket.
since we're still doing initiates, I point at my staff, do like a little wiggle my fingers up and down and point to the gold pile.
Back there?
I guess I'll look at him and kind of like point at the gold and me kind of like make a.
I'll make a motion of like
Open the
under.
curtains.
I'm gonna make a motion of like under. Like I'm gonna put my hand out and reach my hand under and be like and point at it.
Okay, I guess I'll head over to the pile of gold and just like kind of look at him, just kind of like just start moving out of the way, like yeah, this is what you want me to do.
I'm gonna nod.
After a few seconds, you see a dead human child
Oh my god.
That's about 7 years old. That is just completely looked like he drowned and the gold fell on him and pinned him underneath the water or underneath the gold.
So, Hunter, if you want to put him in the... You have the bag of holding.
You put him in the bag.
I do have the bag of holding.
You gotta put the.
Okay, but the thing is, remember, it's a weird bag of holding.
Don't put it in there.
Actually, I don't know what's gonna happen. Actually, can I
Hunter?
double check?
I'm gonna motion for you to grab the body, because I'll resurrect them on the next floor.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was gonna take the body. We're gonna move to the next
As
floor.
you pull it out, it's a full-on like small human child. You're not sure the gender. You know you can't really tell based on the fact that it's been crushed so much by the water pressure and gold landing on it.
So guys, what are the odds that this is the floor boss?
You know, it could be.
I felt strong magic from them.
Is it still there?
It is not anymore. It seems to dissipate.
All right. Well, we're gonna take it with us and go.
A
to the
little
next,
bubble seems to float out of the corpse or out of the body.
Is it?
No, that tells me it's not, because Darren doesn't breathe, so that's probably not the Darren.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll gather the gold.
Yeah. I guess we'll collect all of the stuff, the gold,
Okay.
and I guess we'll go on to the next.
We'll move on.
I assume you're putting it in your bag of holding, correct?
Well, Hunter, don't open it. The water will rush in. Don't open it.
Yeah. No, I'm not opening my bag of
You
holding.
can't get the gold otherwise. You guys don't have anything to move the gold with.
You don't really need the...
We don't need it.
We just need the items, which we can just carry, because there's not...
Okay.
All right. We'll just not take the gold. Who
Are
needs
you
it?
gonna leave the casket completely sealed off?
Should we?
I'll do So the motion I did earlier for magic, I'll do like an opposite motion, point at something just to trick no, like I didn't feel anything.
Darren would be magic.
It's rug. Damn, I want
We-
to swim closer. Is there absolutely no magic in that casket?
You're not sensing any magic. Detect magic isn't picking anything up.
Huh?
We
Don't
could
know.
open it, or we could just not bother and go to the next floor. I'll point at the casket, I'll point at the door, and do like a kind of... You know Neo stance where he says choose a pill?
Yeah.
I have like the two hands out pointing at each. I'm just like, make a choice.
Yeah. Let's just go through the door with
Let's
the.
just move on.
Yeah,
All right,
we'll move on.
All right. As you begin walking down, that's where we're ending session today. Thank you all for watching who have. I'm gonna give a little last bit of news before we leave. Turns out, so interesting thing, Dern are not undead creatures. They're aberrations.
No, they are
which
aberrations,
means
yes.
they do have to breathe.
Oh,
And I will confirm, he was sealed in the casket while asleep and slowly suffocated to death.
Oh my god.
this pill belongs to me!
You
can.
killed the entirety of this floor in a single thing, including
You
ancient,
said tsunami was a bad idea.
including a demi-lich and a death knight that were waiting for you. But due to the pressure and the potion effects in that room, they got killed too. Well, to be fair, the lich, the demi-lich, its soul, or its phylactery rather, or the soul that was in the phylactery, because the phylactery was in the room, when the potions got all mixed up, one of the effects sent its soul to another realm. It killed the demi-lich immediately. Death Knight, same from the pressure, and on top of the fact that it was part of the summon of the demi-lich, and basically when the demi-lich died, bye-bye Death Knight.
In the party, never doubt your healer again.
Two encounters that survived that people are asking about are the Steel Predators, which are the constructs, and the Almirage, which was a thing if the party had decided to fight it.
Oh, so it wasn't familiar?
It was a familiar, you think, but you're not sure.
I don't want to kill the cute little Almirage.
I wasn't down to kill it. He was pretty chill.
Listen, you never know with these cute monsters. But yeah, so we'll thank you all for watching, and we'll come back. I think in 2 weeks for a
the 20, like next Monday.
Yeah, the 24th. So our Halloween special will be the third floor of Oventium. So we look forward to having you there, and maybe we'll have an extra party member. Maybe we won't. We'll see what happens. All right, thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.
I want
What the